Welcome back. We couldn't have asked for a better location for our last Spanish park up, and we literally had to tear ourselves away. However, after a few days here, the inevitable drive north beckons. So we're making our way up to the Pyrenees again, and it's a real steep climb, so I like to work Freddie for a little bit and then stop, let him all cool down again, apart from the oil will stay hot in the engine for a long time and then go off, but let the water cool down for a bit. They are long haul hills here. Now he's more than capable, he's a strong old ox, but I'm also very hungry, and so is Claire. So it's lunchtime. We've stopped right beside an old bridge, and we'll go and have a look at that in a bit. It's also on the main road. A little lay-by, but it will certainly do for lunch.
It's far from the M25.
Yeah.
So I need to make myself a feel-good sandwich. We popped into the supermarket to get provisions, and they had a pet store in there, which I don't have a problem with. But there was a dog, a little Jack Russell, only really a pup, and he was all on his own in the tiniest little glass cage, and I have never seen a dog look so sad.
So different rules, different countries. Yeah, glass. Well, it's just in like a big vivarium. That's what it was like. It was a real shame,
big.
just with paper, nothing else in there, no toys, no nothing, just paper and a bowl. It was clean, but it was just horrible. He had no life in him, bless him. He might have been tired, but yeah, when you're not used to things like that, it can get you, especially if you're an animal lover. But there you go. Right, feel good sandwich time.
We have cheese,
Cheddar,
or camembert,
camembert,
or brie.
or brie. The only thing that spoils it is the tranquility. Not. We have none. Because it is real close to that road. But isn't it amazing that in some places to see something like this you'd have to pay money, especially in the UK, Tintagel. And then in others they're just completely left as they are. And free for everyone to see. It's a beautiful area down here. It's really nice. There's an old derelict building here, loads of lorry tyres and bits and pieces outside. It's a doer-upperer. You've got a few £100,000 to spend. Great road links. Yeah, there you are. The problem is getting down to it. Oh, there's a random Christmas tree. Just down there. Right, so I think I'm going to have to go back and down the side of it. It's a hell of a size. Don't know if you can see Claire on the top taking a picture. Quite impressive. The only trouble we're going to have here is it's a very, very messy situation to try and get a picture. There's all trees in the way, but we'll take one anyway. Got the M50 at hand, so yeah, still beautiful. The reflections off that chalky green river, absolutely beautiful on top of the bridge there. put the what 3 words on here, guys. So if you're coming across the Pyrenees or you fancy taking a similar trip, this is a great picnic spot. You can lock your van up there, you can still see it and keep an eye on it and come down here with your lunch. That's what we should have done instead of sitting in the van. But it's yeah, seek and you will find. Hola! The scare a day keeps the heart ticking and the sandwiches repeating.
My heart is pounding.
Get off my land.
Situational awareness, I have none.
It's not as if I sneaked up on you. So one thing we couldn't live without on this trip is the diesel heater, because when you come up into the mountains, God, the temperature half drops, especially when you've got the blue skies in the daytime. The temperature plummets. At -3 last night, although it was 19-20 degrees in the daytime. So yeah, that diesel heater has been a lifesaver. Doesn't use hardly any diesel, it just ticks over. Does pull some ampage to get going, so make sure that you've got the right gauge wire to pull that current at the beginning, but once they're up and running, they're brilliant. It's quite cool, hey?
I like it, yeah.
Just think where you're walking.
I know, many a Roman foot has trod.
You're out of breath.
Just think where
Climbing
you could
that
be
hill.
swimming.
And you could be walking. It's a fair trade-off.
no.
Take me away from home, away from
So when we had lunch just a minute ago, this is how we discover stuff. When we sat down, I was looking on the maps, looking at around that Roman bridge, and then just 20 miles up the road is a great big Roman viaduct with a big lump missing out of it. So we thought we'd take a little look as it's on our route. This thing is well old, and I don't think it's really safe enough to walk over. It's amazing how some things stand the test of time, hey? But this one's got a massive chunk missing out of it on the far side, which makes it a little interesting. Just make sure Fred is at a precarious angle because there's no parking here. It'd be much easier in a car than it is a big van like Freddie. But yeah, if you look to the far side, you'll see that the viaduct has collapsed. It's in a bit of shadow. One life, take it in your own hands. Oh, that's a bit steep actually. And if I get back up, if I go down. If Claire could see me doing this, she'd do her nut. So I'll be quick and stealthy. Claire,
Yeah. What?
can you get in the driver's passenger seat, please? I don't want the van to tip over. No, I'm not being nasty.
You are.
No, I'm not. I just
Oh, bang my head and I forgot to put that on.
I weren't being nasty, folks. I was just saying. We are at a precarious angle. Claire don't like it. And I didn't want us both over this side. She was sitting in the chair behind us, I thought. Is it safe for me to get in now?
No. It's never going to be safe for you to get in here again.
You're punching above your weight.
You are.
I'm not.
You are.
I'm not.
You are.
You called me while you abused me bum, trying to pinch me. Ah!
Never safe again.
Keep stopping at bridges and viaducts. And Claire's busy taking a picture. I think I'll just sit. I probably said it at the beginning of the journey about the Pyrenees, and that it's well worth coming over the more scenic way than doing the San Sebastian way or down past Toulouse into Pepillon. I thoroughly recommend it if you want to see both Spain and France in a completely different way. Then give it a go, guys. You've got nothing to lose. The roads are good. If you want to come off-piste a little bit, shall we say, then you can. Although the hills are quite steep at times, they're totally manageable. But they are absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. I have not had an experience like that. Even in Norway, the road system in Norway is almost too good. It's too perfect, it's too straight. Whereas over here, some of the winding roads up into these mountains, they're absolutely incredible and highly recommend it. Completely different experience. That said, completely different experience to Norway and Sweden. The views are different, the feel's a lot different. Personally, I don't believe we could ever better that Scandinavia trip other than going further north, and that is definitely on our bucket list. A big adventure for another time.
More photos taken.
Of?
Bridges.
Is the bridge too far?
We're going to continue on this road for a little while and then
Find our way off of it.
find our way off of it and see what there is on there as well. I think we're on the N32, which is the main road through, crossing the borders through the Pyrenees. So not quite what we wanted, but I'm sure we'll find something to look at on the way still. Well, we said we'd see if we can find something else, and literally 100 yards, 100 metres down the road, there's this fort built into the rock and on top of it, and all along the side of where the gorge is and the rock's been cut, you can see the staircase literally cut into it. So I'm going to go and see if I can get a couple of pictures. There isn't a way that you can walk around there at the moment. I've got no idea what it's called, but we'll tell you in a bit. But I'm going to see if I can get a few pictures without being run over by any Arctics that are coming, including this one.
It's quite a busy road, but we'll go and have a quick look. Make sure Freddie's handbrake's on, lock him up, and we'll take you with us. So that place is amazing. But we can't risk going down this road with Arctics going down. There's no footpath either side, so we'll have to do it all from here, and we'll take a closer look.
I will walk on glass. I will run 10,000 miles and more. I will give my eyes. If you lost your sight, I will run through fire. I will carry you through the heat. I will do it all again. If you needed me to, wish that I could take away your pain like sunbeams in the rain. Oh, we're family. Wherever you go, I'll follow. Whatever you do, I'll handle.
Located along the winding road to the Asp Valley in Bern, Fort de Portelet was built in 1842 by order of Louis Philippe I to protect the Pyrenees border and access to the Col de Somport against Spanish incursion. When the army left, it was for a brief period used as a holiday centre, prior to Marshal Petain's transformation of the complex into a prison. In 1941, after the fall of France to Nazi Germany, the Marshal sent former prime ministers and politicians to be incarcerated there. However, in 1945, Marshal Pétain was himself sent to the prison he created for 3 months, before being transferred to the Ile-d'Yeu, where he ended his life in 1951. Now a historical tourist attraction, guided tours are available between April and October. Tickets are €12 for an adult and €8 for a child, and purchase tickets in advance from the tourist office in Bedou.
I will run 10,000 miles and more. I will give my eyes. If you lost your sight, I will run through fire. I will carry you through the heat. I will do it all again. If you needed me I'll do it all over again.
So that's pretty magnificent. So it's a shame that it's not open, otherwise we'd have definitely gone into that for an explore. All the crooks and crannies, the walkways cut into the rock. Magnificent, and it's a massive size. It might not come out on the camera, but it's really big. Really, really impressive. I'd love to come back and do some real photography there one day, and a real visit, that's for sure. So you've marked it on the map,
I have.
and it's now in the bucket list.
If you lost your sight, I will run through fire.
Our time in Spain is fast coming to an end. We've driven around 2,500 miles since Lorons on the French side of the Pyrenees, and we've certainly had a roller coaster of an adventure.
Wish that I could take away your pain like
We were absolutely amazed by the Pyrenees, but we found ourselves at a very low point on the east coast, and then we were absolutely blown away by the various deserts we visited and the gorgeous villages and towns that can all be found in the Spanish interior.
I will walk on glass. I will run
So the Pyrenees are once again filling our vista. However, the adventure never ends.